What's the best way to get chewing gum out of your hair? Cancer. Today I'm going to be reacting to the darkest and the most offensive jokes that my followers sent me on Instagram. So if you're easily offended by dark humour jokes, don't watch this video. I got DM'd hundreds upon hundreds of jokes, so if I didn't read yours out, probably wasn't funny enough, or I just didn't get to it because there's so many here I've got to go through. Righto, let's start it off with a strong one. What's the difference between a brick and an orphan? A brick gets laid. What did the blind, deaf and dumb child get for Christmas? Cancer. This one's a touchy subject at the moment. What's pink and rusty? Madeleine McCann's bicycle. If you don't know who Madeleine McCann is, she's the girl that freaking got kidnapped like, I want to say like 20 years ago, and they still haven't found her. A priest, a pedophile and a rapist walks into a bar. He sits down. He's all three. He's a priest, he's a pedophile and he's a rapist. Gotta love us, our Catholic fans out there. Shout out to you. What does an Xbox and Michael Jackson have in common? They both like to be touched by little boys. Rest in peace, Michael. Why do amputees like doggy style? It's the only way they can clap. Fucking hell, that reminds me of that time my uncle clapped my cheeks. Well, moving on. Dark humour is like kids with cancer. Never gets old. What's the hardest part about being a pedo? Fitting in. You can't say that. I asked in the story for people not to send racist jokes. I'm not reading out racist shit, alright? Why is Jewish music my favourite genre? It just gasses me up. Oh, no. How many babies does it take to paint a wall red? It depends on how hard you chuck them. How do you know your sister's on her period? Your dad's dick tastes like blood. That makes me sick. What's the difference between Harry Potter and the Jews? One of them escaped the chamber. I haven't heard this before. This one's fucking gold. What's white and blue and at the bottom of a pool? A baby with slashed floaties. What's the best part about having sex? Breaking into the morgue. What goes around and around and knocks on the window? A baby in the washing machine. What's the difference between Hitler and Usain Bolt? Usain Bolt can finish a race. Stopped a girl from being raped the other day. It was easy. I just stopped chasing her. If you're seeing this right now, like and subscribe on the freaking video because I'm the only one out here doing these dark humour jokes. So help me by subscribing and liking. What's big, black and long? The line outside of KFC. That's so fucking inaccurate. More like fucking full of fat, bogan, white Australians out the front of KFC getting their fucking zinger box. They're the only people that go to KFC's fat tradie that just eats zinger boxes for breakfast, lunch and dinner. How do you stop a baby from crying? Take your dick out. This woman gives birth to a baby. The doctor says, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. So the lady asks, what's the bad news? And the doctor replies, your baby's a ginger. And she's like, well, what's the good news? And the doctor says, the baby's dead. Cops be like, I'm not racist. My wife's got a black eye. That is so messed up. A lot of you have sent jokes I read out in the last video I did like this, so if I don't read it out, it's because I did it in the last video, and if I have read one out I did in the last video, I forgot I did it in the last video. How did they find out Princess Diana had dandruff? They found her head and shoulders on the dashboard. This is this close to crossing the line, but I'm gonna read it anyway. What is even funnier than a dead baby? A dead baby in a clown outfit. What is even funnier than a dead baby in a clown outfit? A dead Down syndrome baby in a clown outfit. Just got a really nice DM off someone, so I'm just going to reply to them. I found my first grey pubic hair today. Normally things like this don't bother me, but it was in my Big Mac. Shout out to Macca's, baby. Why are Americans so good at Rubik's Cubes? They have a history of separating colours. Thank God I'm not American. So a guy walks into a bar and orders 3 double scotches. The barman says, what are you celebrating? The guy responds, my first head job. The barman says, well, let's get you 4 double scotches. And the guy says, if I can't get the taste out of my mouth with 3, I don't think 4 will help. This was sent in by a girl. Shout out to you, Alva. Why are Pop Rocks and my dad similar? They both explode in my mouth. When I die, I want to die like my grandfather, who died peacefully in his sleep. Not screaming like all the passengers in his car. Two hunters are in the woods when one of them collapses. His hunting buddy immediately calls 911. My friend isn't breathing, he shouts into the phone. What should I do? Relax, the operator tells him. I can help. First, let's make sure he's dead. There's a silence and then a gunshot. The guy gets back on the phone and says, okay, now what? I thought I had the darkest sense of humour, but I tell you what, some of my followers beat me by a mile. How do you fit 150 Jews into a car? The ashtray. Did her in doggy style because she was 18 in dog years. Fuck, that equals out to being like 3. What happens when a Jewish man walks into a wall with a hard on? He breaks his nose. Alright, I'm gonna end it with a few really dark ones. You don't want to miss these. Why do white people own so many pets? Because they aren't allowed to own people anymore. I was having sex with this hot chick. Then our dad walked in. I'm gonna end it with the darkest one I've gotten sent. If you want to be involved in the next dark humour video, follow me on Instagram at Tim Lawrence with 2 E's and DM me your best jokes and I'll put you in the next video. What's harder than nailing a dead baby to the wall? My cock while doing it.